Well, good morning. Yes, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk to you about deciding. Actually deciding that you want to do something and how important that is. See, a lot of times we say, I wish I could, I wish I would like to. But there's something, I was listening to Pastor Joshua Salmon this morning, and he was saying how decision is your power. And it made me stop and think how true that is, right? Because the things that I've accomplished in my life and the things that I'm doing in my life currently, where I'm following through, where I'm getting the results, are the things that I actually decided. And I have to give credit where credit is due, right? Because yes, Pastor Joshua Salmon brought this up this morning and made me reflect on how this is how I am getting things done. But, oftentimes we have people in our lives that are showing us how to get things done. And for me, that's been my husband. My husband, when he decides, he is so hyper focused, and I call it, maybe it's his PTSD because he has PTSD. I don't know, but he's hyper focused. So when he decides that he's going to do something, there's no talking him out of it. There's no changing his mind, and he's going for it. Like, it's not up for discussion. It's really not up for discussion. Either you're on board or you're not. Like, that's it. That's it. And so basically there's no talking him out of it. And that is the power of deciding. That is the power of not saying, I would like, I wish, I will, of saying, I am. I am doing this. Not just this is what I want, because you can want something and never decide to get it, right? And a decision is also not just one decision. It's a series of decisions along the way, right? So you may initially decide, I want a car, right? I am getting a car, right? So you're getting a car. But then you have to decide how you're getting that car. Are you paying cash? Am I paying cash? Am I going to finance it? How much am I willing to pay to finance it? See, these are a series of decisions that you make because your decisions affect your life for the rest. They affect your life maybe for a long time, maybe for the rest of your life decisions, right? And oftentimes when we want something, right, and we haven't decided, you know what happens? We go and we share our wants with other people. Now, the interesting thing about sharing your wants with other people is that they're going to have opinions about how you should decide to go about that, if you should decide to go about getting that thing or doing that thing. And then your decision gets skewed. But when you decide, when you make a decision on something, there's no skewing that decision. And I'm telling you, I've learned this from my husband. When he says, I want this, there are things that you may not get that thing that you want today, right? It's not because you decide today either that you're going to get it today. Let's be clear about that, right? We're not magicians. We don't wave our wands and just get what we want, get what we say that we want, that we are working towards, that we are definitely doing, that we are deciding to do. Doing is exactly that. It's doing. So there's some things that you have to do to get that thing, right? To get that result. And it's really interesting to me that once you decide, you're no longer looking for outside opinions about what to do. You're no longer looking for approval about what you are doing, because it doesn't matter. You have committed to yourself that this is what you're doing. So whether it takes 1 day, 10 days, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years, even 22 years. Yes, baby, I'm talking to you. You just keep going because you know that you've decided that's what you're going to do. I was also watching Tabitha Brown this morning, who has, I might put a clip of her video, who has been online telling everybody, get a job. Supposedly, she's like, well, that was her video. Basically, go get a job, do your side hustle, but get a job and quit putting yourself through all the pain of not having a job to support your dream, right? You can still have your dream and have a job. And I just thought it was such a great message, because she's exactly right. You don't have to martyr yourself to have your dream, and you don't have to give up doing something else at the same time that you're working on your dream. Does not mean that you're not working on your dream. See, a lot of us think that we have, like, you know what, it's like decisions are unilateral, that you make a decision and then you have to quit everything else and stop everything else in your life. When you make a decision, it takes time to build up, to get all the knowledge, to get to the end point of where you want to go. So you don't just like stop the rest of your life, right? As you get to where you want to go, you can start letting some other things go. But until that time, right? If it's not working yet, because like I said, it's not just because you decide doesn't mean that it's going to work right away, right? But you decided. And for me, I'm going to share something hyper personal that, I decided, like, I think it was like 6 years ago, I'm going to lose weight, right? So it wasn't until I decided, so I did the things, right? I did the things. I had to get healthy. And getting healthy doesn't necessarily mean that you initially lose weight, right? But you get healthy, you change your life, you change yourself, you build your confidence. And then eventually last year, I lost 30 pounds, right? So I decided, right? And then I went to the doctor. I had a weigh-in and I gained 5 pounds. And I was like, oh, no. Because I already decided that I wasn't going back there. So, I could, now I'm continuing to do the thing. I'm like, no. I made a decision. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going back. Right? And so the thing is that decisions are very personal. Yes, do you bring the people around you into your decision eventually, the people close to you? You might, but you're not bringing them in. You may bring them along for the ride if they want to come. If they don't want to come, then you got to let them be, because it's still your decision and you're going for your ride. And you're not going to bring anyone with you who is going to deter you from your decision, right? And it's such, it's your power. Making a decision is your power, because when you don't make a decision, other people will make decisions for you. That's just life. That is just life. People will make decisions for you. And the thing is, you're not gonna get the results that you want with other people making decisions for you. So I'm here today to ask you, what is it that you are deciding? Whether it's something you're deciding that you want and you're going to go for it no matter what, and you're not going to stop until you get it, or it's something that you don't want. And sometimes decisions come in weird sometimes we get pushed into our decisions, right? But sometimes people, even when they're getting pushed, they decide not to make the choice, not to make the decision. I think it was, I don't know how long ago it was, maybe almost 10 years now, that my husband had a heart attack, and we were smoking like crazy. Like, people would say, you need to quit smoking, right? See, the thing with somebody else telling you what you need to do, a lot of times you're not going to do it because you didn't decide. And once he had his heart attack, I literally took my pack of cigarettes. I put it in the trash and said, I didn't say I don't want to smoke. I think I'm going to quit. You know what I said? I decided I am not a smoker. I do not smoke. I put the pack of cigarettes in the trash and I have not picked up a cigarette in 10 years. Because, and sometimes you need a little nudge to get to your decision, right? I was like, ooh, he had a heart attack. I could be next. I could really be next. And it's not that we don't know that I didn't know that, oh, you can possibly have a heart attack if you smoke, right? But sometimes when the reality is right in front of you, you can continue to ignore it. A lot of people do. Or you can heed the warning and make a decision. And so that's one type of decision, but there's decisions about your life. There's decision about your destiny. There's decisions about your purpose, right? You know what you want in this life. So make a decision, drop me a comment. Let me know what you're going to decide, ladies. Because, and like I said, our decisions are not, some decisions are personal. They're not bound to your spouse, right? Just because you're with your spouse, you can make a decision, right? And, you know, like my weight loss decision has nothing to do with my spouse, nothing to do with my spouse. That's the decision that I made. And so I know what I have to do. I don't have to share with anybody what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, right? Because those are my decisions. And I'm the one affected by those decisions, right? But you do need sometimes when you make a decision, you need someone to hold you accountable. See, I needed my doctor to hold me accountable, put me on the scale and say, oh, you gained 5 pounds. Yeah, I'm accountable for that because I made a decision. So anyway, that's my spiel for today. I want to know what you are deciding because I know so many of you out there are bored, you're frustrated, you are, you know, your hormones are out of whack, right? We're in our 40s, things are going crazy, we're tired, right? If you're tired, what are you going to decide so that you're not tired anymore? What are you going to decide so you're not bored? What are you going to decide so that you don't feel lost anymore? See, one of the things, and I'm just going to bring this up real quick before I go, if you're still with me. See, many women, we feel lost in our relationships because we haven't truly decided. We haven't truly decided what fills us. See, we thought we were going to get married and our husbands were going to, I don't know, fill that void. And then you found out that's not how it works. It doesn't work that way. You have to fill that void. So we can't keep blaming our husbands because they're not filling the void. We're not filling the void. You're not filling the void. So what are you going to decide to do to fill that void? You know, and a lot of us think, oh, we're just going to leave him. And you know what? It's going to get better. You know, it's him. No, it's you. The truth is, it's you. You need to decide what you're going to do to fill the void in your life. It's not up to him. All right. All right. Well, go out there, decide, drop me a comment, drop me your heart, show me some love, and I will see you in the next one.